it's me, and once again I'm bringing you guys another hair cutting and styling video. If you guys look outside, you know that it is starting to heat up and I just have no time to be wearing hair down to my ankles, so I want to try a modified lob haircut. I also want to try a fun color, so if you guys want to see how I got my mermaid blue hair, then go ahead and click the link right here. But if you are here for that lob life, then let's get started. So as usual, I'm starting off with a wig that I made. This hair came from Alimoda hair from AliExpress, and what I have installed is 2 bundles of 18, 2 bundles of 16 with a 16-inch closure. This is what the hair looked like after I went ahead and made the wig, and of course after I dyed it. And as you guys can see, the hair is absolutely beautiful. It still has a lot of body, shine, and movement, even though I bleached it and colored it. Key to this style is to go ahead and take off some of that length because I don't need all 18 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and divide my hair in the back into 2 equal parts and go ahead and pin up my closure because I don't want to cut that just yet. Because I want more of a blunt, messy shoulder length hairstyle, I'm going to go ahead and take both of those sides and put them into 2 low ponytails. I want to make sure to start off by doing this a little bit lower so that in the event that I make a mistake, I can go back and make it shorter. Make sure both of your ponytails are equal because obviously you don't want a lopsided haircut, okay? I'm then going to go ahead and take some sharp hair cutting scissors and I'm going to cut right across the top of where I have the tie. Now earlier I called this a modified lob haircut because obviously it's going to give you that nice long bob look in the front, but it's actually not going to give you a straight across cut in the back. When you bring your hair forward like this and cut it straight across, it's actually going to give you a V cut in the back. So if you have natural hair and want your hair to look like it's growing in that natural V that we love, then you can actually use this haircut for your natural hair. After making that first initial cut to take off some of the length of the hair, I'm then going to take my hair cutting shears and I'm going to cut vertically into the hair about 1 inch to 1.5 inches deep so that I really can diffuse that bulky line and make the hair not lay so heavy and flat. Now when doing cuts like this, I would advise to make the hair as straight as possible, but clearly I didn't because earlier, girl, I was playing in the hair and I threw a whole bunch of curls in there just to test it out and make sure it's still curled after I bleached it, and I just did not go back and straighten it. But I would make sure your hair is straight when you're cutting it. Now I'm going to go ahead and take down the closure. I really did this after the bundled hair basically because I wanted longer bangs and I wanted to make sure that I wasn't cutting off too much hair from the closure. Now here I want to show you guys what I was talking about earlier. Like you saw, it looks like a bob cut in the front, but when you take the hair to the back, it actually gives you a nice little shoulder length V cut. Keep in mind my hair is curled on one side, so it may look a little bit funny, but if you guys want to try this out on your natural hair, just keep in mind it's going to give you like a V cut in the back. Now I'm going to go back in with my razor comb and further thin out the end so it doesn't lay so heavy and look so bulky. Probably the most crucial step in getting the hair to look and lay the way you want it to once you start styling it. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how I add some medium to shorter layers into my hair. I'm going to go ahead and start off by taking a vertical section from the back of my hair, and I'm going to place the scissors right about where my ear to nose starts, and then I'm going to drag the scissors down the hair, and this is what's going to create those shorter layers in the hair. Keep in mind I'm only taking off a little bit of hair at a time, and I'm not going all the way down to the bottom layer because I don't want to take off the length. With this hairstyle in particular, I know I want the hair to be very voluminous, so I'm going to go ahead and make my layers pretty short on top so that it gives me that volume when I actually curl it. Now when I want to make the next layer in my hair, I'm going to go ahead and pull some of the hair that I already cut in forward with the hair that I want to layer next, and that's what's going to give me the guide, and that's where I'm going to start cutting again. When you start to pull that hair forward, you can see the layers start to pop out, and that'll tell you where you want to cut. You're just going to continue to cut in this manner until you've gone all the way around your full entire head. Also, you don't have to cut this while it's still on your head because, girl, it's a wig. You can just take it off if that's easier for you. Also, while I'm cutting, you guys know I like to go ahead and just finger comb through the hair to see how the hair is laying. Now when I layer the front of my hair that's closest to my face, I'm not going to cut the hair vertically. I'm actually going to come more at a horizontal angle and then just drag the scissors down, framing my face. I'm telling you, if you guys don't add layer to the hair, it is not going to lay the same way or how you want it once you go to curl it. I'm now just going to go ahead and repeat those same steps to the other side of my head. I didn't do the back of my head on camera, but I did add those layers later, so don't worry, girl. I went ahead and put them in later. Also, you don't have to use scissors if you're not comfortable with that. You can also use the same razor comb that I used earlier if that's easier for you to deal with. A close-up of the closure before I tweaked it. Now it's time to go ahead and start curling this hair to get that voluminous, messy, lob life look that I had at the beginning of the video. As usual, I have to go ahead and section my hair off. It just makes it easier for me to deal with. So I'm dividing my hair into a right and left section, and then I'm just going to start curling the back sections. I also further divided the back sections into a top and bottom half because this hair is really thick, seeing how I used 4 bundles back here, and because it's cut, it just makes it super duper thick, so it's easier to divide it into smaller sections. Now I'm going to go ahead and start curling my hair in small sections. I'm using this 3-in-1 curling wand that I got from Sally's Beauty Supply. In this video, I'm curling all of the curls away from my face, but you can alternate the curls if you want a big and messy look so that the curls won't clump together. Also with this look, while I'm curling, I'm making sure to keep the ends straight. So just hold on to the ends and then curl the midsection of the hair so that you get a messy, untamed look. Curling that section of my hair, I'm just going to let the curls set and cool down, and then I'm going to make sure to spray them with a little bit of my Sebastian Shaper spray as usual, and then I'm going to move to the other side. and finger comb your curls out and begin to separate them until you get that big voluminous look. This is what the hair looks like once it is completely finger combed and brushed out, but you guys know it is not complete until we finish this closure. So you guys have seen me form and shape the top part of my closures before, and I usually do it a couple of different ways, but today I'm actually going to be using a barrel curling iron to actually form some old 90s waterfall curls in the top front of my hair so that it creates that nice sexy volume. So I find that the easiest way to actually form those humps and give you that volume in the top of your hair or your closure is to go ahead and use a curling wand or a clipless barrel curling iron like this one that I'm using that I got from Sally's, and just form a little hump in the top of your hair. I also like to over direct, because the more you over direct the hair, the bigger the hump and the more the volume. As you can see, I placed a couple of those humps all in the crown portion of my head, and now I'm just going to comb those out and form the hair the way I like it. Now I'm just going to continuously form and shape the hair until I am satisfied, and don't forget that you can also tease the hair if you want a bigger, more voluminous look. Finished look with the color and the actual style and cutting all complete with this hair look. I hope you guys love the look and enjoy. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, girl.